Good morning, everyone. We're going to give just a second for everyone to come in. Y'all are seeing me in a little bit of different attire today, isn't it? Right? Okay, so come on in. We're going to give just a second for everyone to come in. For those of you, good morning. For those of you joining us on the replay, don't forget those hearts do work. So if I share something that seems to be of good value to you, please go ahead and give a little tap to the screen. Of course, those hearts also work for our live viewers. So whether you are live or on the replay, those hearts work. Go ahead and show some love. Thank you so much for those hearts already. Good morning. I am going to be sharing a little bit today, but before we do that, again, I just want to thank those of you who are joining us live, those of you on the replay, and those of you on the YouTube channel. Thanks so much for coming and checking us out. And don't forget, you YouTubers, if you ever want to be a part of our live interaction, come on over to the Periscope app and follow me at Buffy Hood. Now, for those of you who are my regulars, those of you who are here quite often, you might notice that, of course, today I'm in some different attire than usual. Okay, so that is because I am going to be starting a workout regimen with one of my daughters today. So I'm just kind of prepping. Okay, so you're getting to see me in like my grub wear, if you will. But but for those of you who are Premier Designs Jewelers, you might be able to appreciate the shirt, right? The get in the game, right? So, of course, I had to do that. Yes, still a conversation starter. You got that right. So, today we are going to be discussing a little word that I absolutely love, and I feel like every business, every person, etc., needs to have this in their life, and that word is integrity. Okay, so one of the definitions that I found was the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. So some of the synonyms that go along with that is honesty, honor, good character, principle, ethics, morals, righteousness, morality, virtue, decency, fairness, sincerity, truthfulness, trustworthiness, okay, and several more. One of the quotes that I've often heard is integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching. And that is so stinking true. It is so true. If you are only doing what's right when people are watching, but behind closed doors, you're handling yourself in a different way and you're scheming or you're this or that, that is not the right thing to be doing. So if in your mind you go to do something and your first thought has to be, well, no one else is going to know. I mean, who's going to know? Okay, well, I can tell you first and foremost, God's going to know. All right, and while you might be able to fool everyone else here on earth, you might even be able to fool yourself. You can never fool God. Okay, another quote, another quote was, the greatness of a man is not in how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively. Okay, and that was by Bob Marley. All right, who knew he was so I don't even know, deep, I guess is is the word I'm looking for. Okay, but it is so true. We can sometimes get caught up in trying so hard and trying to win certain promotions, in trying to win contests, in trying to reach this next level or whatever, that sometimes, and I can promise you this happens to every single person, there are times when the devil will tempt them in a way to say, well, you know what? It's okay that that show didn't actually qualify as a show. Who's going to know that the only guest she had there was her dog? Okay? Or who's going to know that she had $95 in advanced orders and not 100? I mean, really, who's going to know that she didn't actually earn that bonus? Or she had $200 in advanced orders. So who's going to know that she didn't actually hold her original date? Or, good morning, Tracy. Or how about, well, I'm going to just go ahead and give her the 3 booking bonus because, well, you know what? There were at least 2 people who said that they would definitely schedule with me. They just haven't got anything on the books yet, but I'm still going to go ahead and give her that based on that I think they're going to hold up their end of the deal. Okay. What about, well, my friend point blank told me that this necklace, she broke it by catching it on the doorknob. But you know what? Who's gonna know? Like, how would Premier know how that got broken? So we're just gonna go ahead and send it back, and we're gonna just mark it on there as the chain broke. Okay. So when you really start looking at all those different scenarios that the devil can kind of work his way in and say, look, just think of this, think of this, think of this. Like, what if we kind of go about it this way? It's not really lying. You're just not telling the full truth and things like that. We can get caught up in a crazy web of things. And before we know it, we're going, okay, so great. So I got that promotion, or I won that contest, or I did this, but did I really? Because if I didn't actually get all those things, if all those things didn't actually happen, but I just said that they did I actually get that? Did, should that have even been awarded to me? And the answer is no, you didn't actually get it, and it shouldn't have been awarded to you if you went about it the wrong way. If you went about it in a sneaky way, if you went about it in a way that you made it look like you did certain work or that your hostess did certain work to be able to get that. Okay? What about when people say, oh, well, this hostess is just shy of a full, of being able to qualify as a show, and she doesn't have anybody else that wants to order, but this friend of mine over here wants to place an individual order, and well, if I do her individual order, it's, it might cost the $5 small order fee. So I'm just going to attach it to this person's show, even though they don't know one another. I'm just going to attach it to her show. She's going to get the credit for it. I don't have to pay the $5 small order fee. It's a win-win. No, it's not. Okay, because that hostess is getting credit for free jewelry for sales that she didn't get. Okay, and now it comes down to a tricky part of how are you going to get said customer's order from said hostess and have to, get that lined up because remember, they don't know each other. So you really want to make sure that you are working your business with integrity, that you are doing what you say you're going to do when you said you were going to do it. And if you know you're not going to get it done in that time, or if you realize time has passed and you did not get it done, contact her, contact that person and say, you know what? I'm so sorry. It totally blew my mind. Like, it just went right out of my mind. I didn't even remember about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't, whatever. Don't ever, I've seen this done through other companies. If you forget to place an order, don't you dare blame it on the company and claim, well, they must have been waiting for a shipment because your stuff still hasn't shipped. But I'll let you know when it does. And then you immediately get online or like, oh my goodness, I got to get this order placed because I still didn't get that taken care of for her and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Listen, if you mess up, own up to it. Do not pass the buck on somebody else and blame it on that other person. Okay. Don't do that. Don't blame it on the company. Don't blame it on FedEx. Okay. Don't blame it on anyone else. Own up to it and say, you know what? I actually wound up getting that order in 2 days later than what I thought I was going to. So it hasn't shipped yet, but it should be shipped today. What's so wrong with saying that? What's so wrong with saying, I wanted to let you know that I didn't get your return processed until this date, but it should be shipped out by this date. I'll let you know as soon as I hear. Don't make excuses. Don't feel like, so many times I feel like people go through this whole thing of, oh, well, I would have got that taken care of for you, but then, life just happened and, the dog got sick and the kids were, I was running the kids everywhere and, and I've been trying to get ready for this vacation or been trying to get kids set back up and going back to school and this and this and this. So, I didn't get it done. Okay, well, that's a whole lot of excuses. And really all you would have had to do was say, I'm terribly sorry I didn't get that taken care of for you yet. I'll get it taken care of for you today and do it. And just do it. She doesn't need your excuses. She doesn't need your reasons. Okay. What she does need is for you to just simply own up to it and say, I didn't do it, but I will. And I apologize for the inconvenience. Or maybe even for your inconvenience, here's a $10 off coupon for your next order or whatever. But own up to it. Okay. That's the biggest thing. And making sure that, again, that you are working with integrity. Listen, when you work with integrity and you treat your customers and your hostesses right, they're going to want to keep working with you. If, however, they feel like every time they deal with you, there is some kind of excuse, somebody's doing something wrong. Well, obviously, Premier isn't that good of a company because every time I talk to her, they're doing something wrong. Either they got the order wrong or... Because again, all right, I want you to think about this. Let's say you do a hostess's show. She gets her order in. She says, oh my goodness, well, I got the Be Joyful bracelet and I was supposed to have received the Make a Scene bracelet. Okay. If you go back and you look at your records and you see that you were the one who entered in the wrong information, don't you dare put that on Premier and claim that, oh, they must have sent the wrong order. They must have sent the wrong item. No. Okay. If you entered it wrong, you simply say, oh my goodness, I must have got my numbers mixed up. I ordered the wrong thing. No problem. We'll get that taken care of for you right away. Sorry for the inconvenience. Here's a $10 off coupon. Okay. People are going to appreciate that far more than you making your business or your company look as though they are incompetent. Okay? Because then what happens is they lose faith in the company and in the product instead of understanding that you are a human being who made a mistake. All right? I would love to hear some feedback from you ladies of if there has ever been a time where maybe where or of a certain situation where integrity was not used because it was or even a certain scenario where it might come up that someone might be like, oh, well, maybe if we just do it like this, it's okay. Who's going to know? What are some other scenarios where people could find themselves in that place where they might be tempted to go, it's okay though. No one else is going to know. It's just between us. Okay. What are some other areas? Does anybody have any they'd like to share? If you do and you haven't already started typing that out, put a 1 in the box just so that I know there's something coming. So I know you guys have something else to share. Thank you so much for those hearts. Who's got those blue hearts or purple hearts, whatever they are? Blue hearts, I believe. Who's got those? Is that Tracy that's got those blue hearts? I can't ever tell. Look, now we got turquoise and blue and purple. You all are so fabulous. Thank you so much for those hearts. All right. Anybody have anything that they'd like to add to that? Any other scenarios that you can think of where people might find themselves in kind of sticky situations and might be tempted to do something that they shouldn't be doing? Anyone have anything else to add? Y'all are so quiet. Bum, bum, bum. All right. So let's go with this because I want some interaction from y'all, and I don't know if Periscope's just being weird or what. All right, so here, because I'm not seeing any comments, just so y'all know. Oh, there's a 1. There's a 1. Somebody's got something to add. I was gonna say, so how many of you out there maybe at one point I was just preaching it good. Not a scenario, but an ouch, because I think back And there was a time or two that I didn't intend. Yes, yes. And here's the thing, that you didn't intend to act out of integrity. Yes, okay. So here's the thing. I'm sure that listen. We've all been tempted by it because that's exactly what the devil does. He tempts us to do things that are going to compromise our integrity. Okay, and you know, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Um, so it's one of those things that hear me when I say this, okay? The devil can only, what about if you don't have enough CV for the month to receive the 10%? Listen, yeah. And if you did not do enough in sales to meet, here's the awesome thing, okay? We are able to look we're able to look at our CV, okay? We're able to look at, we know what we have uploaded for the month. One of the things that I personally have started doing is I usually schedule my personal show in the last week of the month. Here's why. If for any reason I've had an off month and I know there's a possibility that I'm not going to reach my CV, I still have that personal show that I can send out sales things. I can send out like, oh, hey, this particular week, listen, you're going to get 30% off your entire order. What? Okay. Doing things like that is typically going to get people to, place an order. Okay. And if I have a personal show and they're my peeps, those orders can be added to that personal show. Okay. So then that way I can try and get the CV that I know I might be short in order to make sure that I can reach that commission. But here's the thing. You would be amazed. You would be amazed to find out that maybe not necessarily in Premier, although there may be a few out there, but let's hope not, okay? But I have actually heard of other companies who, when their team did not sell enough, if their team doesn't sell enough, that top leader doesn't get their commission. I have heard of other companies who will place an order under one of their team members, under their name, in order for them, that top leader, to get their commission. Okay? So, I don't know, I'm not going to say the names of those actual people, but let me give it to you by using actual names. Okay? So, let's say Sally is the top leader. And Sally has a team of, we'll say, Erica, Jess, and Tanya. Good morning, Missy. Okay, so let's say Sally figured out that with what Erica, Jess, and Tanya did in their business, Sally's not going to make her commission because they didn't make enough. Sally then places an order under Erica's name, under her name, okay, claiming that she sold this amount and she didn't actually sell that. Now, guess what happens, okay? Those sales are now reflected on Erica's stuff, which also means what? She's going to wind up paying taxes on this amount that she didn't even earn a profit off of, that she didn't even actually sell. And now that's linked to her social security number, which is linked to her taxes. Okay. Meanwhile, Sally gets her commission. Okay. Y'all, that is wrong on so many levels. So many levels. Okay. And yes, when I heard that, I was like, are you serious? Like, people do that? Like, that just blew me away. But I love the fact that the way that Premier is set up, it has nothing to do with what our team does, what our Premier family does, on whether or not we get that commission. It is directly linked to what we do as far as whether or not we get that commission. So it is up to us then to go out and get those sales. Okay. But yes, please do not ever, ever, ever place a fake order to be able to get the CV. Don't do that. Don't do that. Is not right. Not right. Anybody else have any other scenarios? We have like 10 minutes, y'all. Like, and I'm like done with what I needed to share. That's uncommon. Just saying. All right. Do we have anything else? Any other scenarios that y'all can think of where people might be tempted to kind of give a little on the sly? And I see people are popping in and out. So my guess is Periscope is being goofy. Um, well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I hope that continues throughout the rest of the day because it might allow me to get some things done and me be more productive. I do got to tell y'all, I got to brag very quickly on my daughter. Okay, so no, I haven't had coffee. Believe it or not, no coffee yet. Yay! I desperately need some though. But anyway, my oldest daughter, many of you know, she is our assistant. Okay, so she's working with me every day from 8:30 to 12:30. She gets a 15-minute break, and then at 12:30 we stop and have lunch. Okay, um, and so and typically we're just done then. Like I don't usually have her go much past that. But anyway, so she basically works for me 4 hours a day, and she's receiving 10% of all the profits that we bring into the business for her hours. So basically, she's working 20 hours a week and she makes 10% of everything that we make. So then that way, um, basically, the more she helps me, the better chance I have of our business being able to grow and do more because I will be able to take on more work having that help. Okay. So I just have to brag on her. Okay. Because y'all, she just this week, okay, she has been learning how to enter home shows into Hood and House, mark how they were paid, learning how to process the payments. She has processed the credit cards. She has entered in all the guest survey info. She has helped to get people added to MailChimp, so to our e-newsletter when they post on their guest survey that they would like to be contacted for that. She has been doing all of that this week, plus filing everything. She has also written out my hostess postcards for me, getting them addressed and all that kind of good stuff and getting them stamped and ready to go. That, if anything, I can just do like a quick little handwritten can't wait to see you or something along those lines. So she has been such a huge help to me this week. We have been getting so much done and accomplished. And because I'm training her, it's making me more accountable to doing work during work hours. Does that make sense? So because of that, we have just been getting so much more accomplished that it's been really nice. It's been really nice, and I love the fact that literally, if I show her twice, for the most part, she's got it. She can just go through. So she helped me enter her show, okay, because she did a show the end of August. So she helped me enter her show. And then the next show that we did, I'm like, okay, here's the guest surveys, here's the order forms, like, show me what we do. And so I sat there with her, and she literally went through everything. And there was only like once or twice where she would start to do something and then go, oh, wait, no, that's not, wait, let me fix that. And she would fix it on her own and everything else. So she has been doing fabulously. Okay. So I have just been absolutely loving it. Her work ethic has been, she's just been killing it because she literally, like yesterday at 12:35, now mind you, we're supposed to stop at 12:30. At 12:35, she says, Mom, how much longer did you want me to work? Do you still want me to keep going, or do you want to go ahead and break for lunch? And I said, well, no, baby, I didn't even realize what time it was. Like, set a timer for yourself on your iPod, and just at 12:30, you can just be done. And she's like, okay. Well, she finished up working what she was working on, before she stopped and went and grabbed lunch. So I have just been amazed by that. And y'all, okay, that means 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. Okay. So I just want to just praise her because she has just been doing awesome. And I just praise the Lord that I have such an amazing daughter. And I have two of them. Yay. Okay. All right. Does anybody have anything else that they would like to add? If not, I'm going to just let you guys go and let you get on with your day. I will also ask for some prayers as I'm trying to do this. Oh, your computer keeps shutting off. That stinks. I'm telling you, sometimes, and I don't know if it's Periscope or if it's just, I don't know. But the good news is you'll be able to come back and watch the replay because it will be on YouTube. So, but yeah, so I could use some prayers because as I am trying to get in this workout routine with my other daughter, yeah, I need some prayers because it's really tough for me to get in enough of a habit of that, to be doing that enough that it builds a habit that I don't like talk myself out of it and things like that. But I really need to do it, not only for myself, but for her. So just be saying some prayers for us. Going to start doing yoga and Shakeology with a friend. That's awesome. Listen, I've never got into the Shakeology or any of those other things, but I am a firm believer that having an accountability partner is huge. So I know that's the other reason why I'm asking for prayers, because I don't want to let her down. Like, I need to be able to be there for her. And I know that she will be there for me. So I need to make sure that I'm doing the same. Know what I'm saying? So Tracy, that's awesome. Yeah, I got to be on it. My sister does Advocare, but it's not something that I've looked into. I do my best to try and focus just on eating properly and working out. But the working out part has really fallen by the wayside. But I'm hoping that, again, now because I have my assistant who's helping me during the day, that is going to free me up with some time, that now I will have the time that I need to work out and be healthier and all that kind of good stuff. Because, y'all, I put on some winter weight last winter and never lost it. So before winter comes again, I need to get rid of it. And I need to keep it off. So, yes. Had a Facebook show, 6 orders, $390 retail, and 5 bookings. Yay! Heather, that is awesome. Very cool. Awesome. Well, tomorrow is our Truth Be Told Thursday. Can y'all believe it's Thursday already coming up tomorrow? Wow. I mean, we're already halfway through this week. It's ridiculous. Your brother is Marine, and he said, work out and eat right. You got this. Awesome. Yes, my hubby is a Marine as well. Hasn't been in for a long time, but yeah. So, but I appreciate that. And listen, we're gonna do what we can do, right? But anyway, so tomorrow is our Truth Be Told Thursday. So if you have questions about the who, what, where, when, how, and why of my business, as far as what I do in my business, why I do that, etc., tomorrow is going to be your opportunity to be able to ask those questions. Thank you, Tracy, and thank you to your brother as well for his service. So you'll be able to ask those questions tomorrow. We will be here at 8 a.m. Eastern time. So I look forward to seeing you guys then. Have a blessed day. Go be productive and do everything that you do with integrity so that everything you are doing can be glorifying and honoring to God. Thanks so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.